This is the whataboutism.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Hold up. This is the whataboutism. So you have. It
saying,
seems that you have a European mindset. That's what you have, right?
I do not.
You have a white brain. That's what it seems that you have.
Absolutely not.
You think I'm telling you what you think like. You think like a white conservative, right? That's what it sounds like you think like.
What I'm trying to ask you. Okay.
Listen, hold up. Listen to what I'm saying. What you're trying to ask me is tantamount when white conservatives tell me about the Irish being slaves or white people being slaves. That is what you're trying to ask me is tantamount to.
No.
And the process is to alleviate the wrong that was done to these 2 black children.
What I'm trying to say is that negative experiences happen to us, and we have to be able to assign levels.
Nobody is saying that. Nobody's disputing that. Nobody has any dispute of that. What we're talking about, as far as the racially charged action and behavior of this person in this costume, all right, being directed at these 2 little girls, and nothing was done about it.
This is my whole point. I just watched the video after hearing you berate that young woman after.
Nobody was berating anyone. The fact is that you both are fucking coons. That's the reason why. The reason why you felt that I was berating her is because you have a coon mindset, sir. You are what is known as a race traitor, okay? That's what you're known as.
Absolutely not.
And as far as the white majority will use you as a useful fool. They will use you, right, to talk and to try to shield them from being racist for their racist behaviors. That's what they'll do.
Right? What would you say if this same situation happened with white kids? What would you say? What would be your prescription?
The prescription was the same thing. Fire the person. But the fact that you even bring this up with white kids proves my point. You are nothing but a useless tool, a useless fool for white Republicans, for white conservatives.
My point is, no.
No, you have no point, right? You have no point. That's the point, right?
The point is that...
Because what was the point of you asking if this had been white kids? What was the point of that?
Because you're placing a significant amount of emphasis on a negative interaction when we could just say, hey,
I'm placing a significant amount of I'm placing a great amount of significance on an insignificant action.
Yeah, because look, sometimes
do you think racism is insignificant to you?
No, I'm saying.
Do you think racism is insignificant to you?
No, racism is not.
Okay, so what are you talking about? Why is it always when it comes to black people, it's always insignificant?
No, because I'm saying that as a kid,
why is it always when it comes to black people, we need to get over it?
It's not that. I'm saying
that's what you're telling me. You're telling me that what happened to these kids is insignificant and tantamount to get over it.
You know, this is my problem is because you were talking to that woman about you were saying that was the same as rape.
Is that your mom? Is that your mom? No, what I was talking about, I wasn't equating or conflating as far as the racist behavior of this. I wasn't conflating the racist behavior of this with rape. That's not what I was doing. I was trying to, as far as measure as far as what she viewed as being slighted. To what degree did she find it to be a problem, right?
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying is that rape is on an entirely different level. And for you to spend
we
so much
all
time
know that.
about
That's not the comparison I was making.
But no. But this is you were saying that this is like you were talking about victimhood, right? And we're saying, okay, rape is something that's going to reliably change someone's life, probably for their entire life. A cartoon character passing you up. If you don't talk about it, the kids might forget it. That's
so there we go. So that's exactly my point, right? What you want to do is that you are a fucking coon for white conservatives. You're a coon for white racists. I know you may not think it. Listen to me. I know you may not think it.
I watched enough.
Hear me out. I know you may not think it. But that's what you are, right? They've conditioned you to think that you're not a race traitor. That's what you are. Okay? That's precisely what you are. You're trying to dismiss what happened to these black kids and say get over it. It's the same racist talking point.
My point is
no, you have no point. Your point is to suck fucking white dick. That is your point. That is the purpose of your creation. I don't know what white person got into your head and conditioned you and buck broke you, but you are a buck broken black man. I don't know if they did that to your father or if they did that to your mother. But what I have in front of me, right, is a fucking shell of a black man. Because you always, what happens is, they'll put you up as the black face to dismiss when racist behavior happens. Well, just don't talk about it. Just don't talk about it. How does that solve anything? How does that solve the behavior? How does that fix the problem?
If it was
just
my
don't
kids,
talk
I would
about
say, hey,
it.
that was a negative interaction. I would
Get
say,
your
hey,
coon ass off my fucking line, bruh. Always with black people, don't talk about it. Get over it. Always. And the problem is, these white ignorants have conditioned black minds and broken them to the point where they're having them say the racist shit that they're saying. They've done this throughout fucking history, bruh. Throughout fucking history. Throughout history. I would argue, I don't even know any other race of people where they have such people like this. Who are as prominent in society and within politics than anyone else. Are there any Asians that are talking or demeaning or trying to dismiss Asian grievances? Was there any Asian during Stop Asian Hate that came on Fox News was talking about, hey, Asians need to get over this, okay? They just want to be victims. No. Did you hear anyone? I didn't. When it comes to as far as a white great replacement, what do they constantly have? White people. They'll have black people. Oh, you know what? This is a problem. We got to get over this, man. We just got to get over, slavery and all this talk about racism. They do this with they do this with exclusively black people. No other group do they, as far as have these individuals, these tokens who come on and demean and belittle their own people. The issue is not even as far as about trauma. Although I would argue, yes, this is probably a very traumatic experience. I would argue, right? I'm very curious as far as if they went to a psychiatrist and judged that. If they have a good lawyer, they would. But absolutely. I know it may not be any significance to you as an adult, right? But these are children. I know you may not view them as such because how the media and how society views black kids is very different than how they view little white kids. And that's because you have a bunch of racists who have conditioned you through fucking generation after generation after generation, say, nigga, get over it. But when the little white kid cries, oh, what's wrong? You've got to de-fucking condition yourself to view yourself as lesser. Because growing up in this country, that's what they have trained you to view yourself as lesser. No, that is not the case whatsoever. I can't even imagine this. Telling these kids, hey, get over it. The issue is not even about getting over it. The issue is that nothing was fucking done. You're missing the fucking point. The issue is that upon being presented with evidence that shows there's a pattern of behavior that is racially bigoted and charged against black children, nothing was fucking done. That's the fucking point. And your fucking coon response is, get over it. These are black faces. Black faces with white fucking racist minds. That's what they are. And you best believe they'll put them on Fox News and say, hey, look, here's my fucking token Negro that has been buck broken to fucking repeat the talking points that I told them to. No one else has this problem. No other group of people has this problem. I defy you to show me another group of people that has such a significant and prominent problem as fucking cooneries we have in the black community. Because you want to know why? They fear us. They fear fucking unity. They don't worry about, as far as Hispanics, they don't worry about Asians, they don't worry about any other group of people. But when it comes to black people, one thing that they make sure is to make sure not these Negroes fucking unite. Do not allow these Negroes to unite because we will have a fucking problem. Hispanics, we can fucking whitewash them. Asians, they already love us. Niggas, do not allow them to fucking unite because they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about what we like and what music we like or what we do. They don't give a fuck. They are not looking for our approval. Every other group is. Black people historically have never looked for a fucking approval of these white ignorants. Never. So what they try and do, they try and fucking leech a few here and a few there and a few here and put them out on display. Then they get into the fucking culture. Oh, what can we use to turn the culture against them? We already got the drug war going on. We already did that. We already have the police system, right? We already have that. How do we, as far as make sure to oppress and subjugate these people as much as possible? Because we know if this nigga starts to talk to that nigga and they both hate this motherfucker, that motherfucker is going to have a problem. Everyone else we can control. We can fucking control to a certain degree. Black Americans, those are the only ones motherfuckers they cannot control. That's why they do everything in their power to have the fucking buck break these fucking niggas, to have them put some bullshit on the TV, to put the news a certain way. Everything. White conservative, white liberal, no. Listen. Your enemy, okay, the enemy of the friend of my enemy. I forgot the saying. But what is it? My enemy's friend, or the friend of my enemy is my enemy, whatever. I don't remember. But I'm just saying, bruh, shit is wild. This shit is wild. And once you break loose from it, it's honestly frightening to see. It's crazy. Because it's like, yo, y'all really are afraid, huh? You afraid. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're afraid. Because if you weren't afraid, if you're not afraid of something, you don't care what they do. Let the motherfucker do whatever they want. Let them talk whatever they want. When you're afraid of someone, yo, get that. Make sure security is there. Yo, make sure I have backup. Yo, put a vest on me real quick. And you start, once you realize who the fuck you are, then shit may change. Once you start realizing, oh, all eyes on me. That's interesting. Then some shit may change. I'm just saying. 412, you're on the line. What's the disagreement, and tell me why?
The disagreement I'm having is when you go on your like interrogation, like you always do, is that recently you don't ask people how tall they are anymore, and I think you should do more of that. I always liked it.
All right, will do. Appreciate it.